Okay, so we're on the air with Mike O'Neill, and he's the owner of B&K Electric, a local company out of the Cranston area covering all of Rhode Island. And these guys do a phenomenal job. These are the electricians that I refer over to my clients. And we're talking about knob and tube wiring today. A ton of people still have it in their homes. You really shouldn't. It's dangerous, and it's old school. It doesn't keep up with what we have in our homes today. So, without further delay, Mike, thanks. Welcome back to the show. Talk with us about these knob and tube wiring.
Thanks, Emilio.
You're welcome.
Yes, you hit it on the spot when you said it's dangerous. If you own a home that's built prior to like 1950 or so, there's a good chance that you have some sort of knob and tube existing, if not all existing. How do you know if you have it? Well, you need to either hire us to come out and look at it, or you can look in your basement. You'll see that it looks like an old laundry line going through some porcelain tubes on all the beams.
Yep.
Also in the attic, same thing. You'll see it going through like porcelain tubes screwed into the beams, and it just looks like a black wire. It looks like a laundry line. It's bigger than a natural wire that you see today.
So it's exposed.
It's dirty and very brittle. Yeah, it's exposed. Yeah, that's what makes it so dangerous.
Okay.
You can also see it. Like if you do a remodel, you'll see it in the walls, and that's another time when you see it updated, but then it's left throughout the rest of the house as if it was never touched. In often cases, knob and tube has been eliminated visually, so you can't see it anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the trick. If you look in the basement, in the attic, you don't see it. What people have done over the years is they eliminated it. They pulled the wool over the eyes, they say, for the inspectors not to see. But what they did was they eliminated it in the basement, and when you see it, and they put a junction box, and they let it sit in the walls and remain. So it's actually the same exact way as it was before they did the work. It's just eliminated where you see it.
Yeah, the big thing is not only does it dangerous, but it looks terrible, and it's probably not very efficient either. So
Right.
you get Mike in here, and
Right.
and you get it all switched up. Now, not only do you are you safe in the house, but if you ever resell the house, or if you ever plan on moving, then you will have that one off your checklist of things that need to be updated.
Well, wait, we were just talking about FHA guidelines and whatnot.
Yep,
in
yep.
certain programs, mortgage programs, you can't buy a house with knob and tube because you can't insure it.
Nope, absolutely not. That's why we have to, when the appraiser goes in there, they're going to make sure that the electricity is all up and safe, sound, and secure. And if it's not, then obviously we would need to get Mike down there right away.
Man.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep. Most houses that have been built in those early ages, they have a mixture of the old and the new wiring.
Yep.
So it's like the kitchen remodels and the bathroom remodels, the famous, the rooms that people really take a lot of concern with. They update those rooms, and the rest of the rooms sit. And then they go to plug in a window air conditioner during the summertime, and they realize that the thing keeps dripping. Well, it's because it's not knob and tubing.
Mike, when you go to the house and you do a knob and tube job for updating the electricity, do you take out all of the existing wire, or do you just disconnect it and then reconnect with new wiring?
Question.
We highly urge customers to take responsibility and replace it with new wiring. It's very dangerous. Is it illegal? No, it's not illegal. But if homeowners insurance catches on, if they ever see it, they're not going to insure it, and they're not going to insure you. And also, insulation companies like the blown-in insulation that everyone's getting these days, they won't install the blown insulation either if it remains in the wall.
You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right with the insurance. That's definitely going to affect your premium, and I've seen it happen. Endless times. So.
And it could
Very
actually
popular-
throw your mortgage too.
A very popular thing we do is a $400 test. It's only $400.
Yeah.
It takes about anywhere from hour to 3 hours to do, and we just identify everything. And it's only 90% accurate though, because unless you take everything apart in your entire house, all lights, fixtures, switches, everything, you won't see it. But we just test for a ground wire. If there's a ground wire present, then that tells us that there's at least newer, from at least 1980 on, there's been new wiring at it. But Once we do the test, then we can come up with a price on how much it would cost to replace it.
That was going to be my next question. So if you have, or if you feel you have knob and tube in one of your properties or in one of your investment properties or even in a property that you're buying, okay, you need to call in the experts with B&K Electric. It's Mike O'Neill. He's been in the business forever. Call him, 401-258-2224. Again, 401-258-2224. And you can check out his expert contributor card on our site, theroundtableradio.com, with all of his contact info. Mike, any last thoughts?
I'll just say if you have roughly a 1,200 square foot house, a ranch, and it's got a lot of knob and tube in it, you can budget about $13,000 to $16,000 to replace it all.
Okay.
To give you an idea.
Yeah, and if you have got equity in your house too, I mean, you might be able to pull some out to pay for this. Or if you're buying a new house, you could use a 203K program. Matt can tell you all about that as well. Matt Bates can tell you all about that. And perfect. Great information, Mike. Thanks for being on the show. We look forward to having you on next time. You're welcome, sir. Thank you.